I love that man. I've been sitting in a tub of water since they put me in here. I'm watching the timer, trying to figure out which stage comes next. The display claims that I'm in stage 4. An unwavering LED red, stage 4. I see a light. It's bright and hot, a swelling white oscilloscope graph that leaves nothing behind it. I see tiny little worm families, dressed to the nines, umbrellas in hand against the sun and the rain. They're living in the walls of a wooden house filled end to end with clocks. Time flows more precisely here. Reality is more stable here. But then explain the invertebrates, the Lumbricus terrestris, the earthworm coming home for dinner, greeting his wife behind the plaster, putting his tiny little hat on the peg by the door and relaxing to the sound of 1,000 unison timepieces failing. There's LSD soaked into the flip-flops. They're floating in the tub in front of me. It's something akin to a semi-synthetic ergoline. I've been dispersed into the water. It's 4 inches of this tepid body temperature liquid. It's sloshing around my legs and my feet. I can't even feel it against my skin, but I'm not meant to. They're trying to limit my sensory inputs. I keep having to reinsert the male plugs from the wall into the female slots and the little patches that they have stuck all over me. The two are meant to stay together, but they just can't seem to hold down a connection. So the leads against my skin are logging numbers and the texts are randomly patching through data. It's a good thing these devices have internal batteries because a marriage can run for a good long time on autopilot. I can't remember when I saw her. When did I start thinking about my wife? Will we stop missing each other when I find my way home? When will I see her again? It's like weekends and holidays. We're barely speaking anyway. They're busy. They're rushing around to the sound of their own panic. The tub is like centered in a slab of concrete in a large room in a vaulted ceiling warehouse. I grab one of the techs by the wrist and she is rushing by. It's time to move on, I tell her. She thinks I'm talking about the process because I am. She's right. It's just she doesn't know that she's right yet. It's her process, my process, the process of creation, living. It's time to move on. So she sets up the camera and she looks around unsure. They don't like me because I can see the movement behind their hands, the spinning motors in their head that drive their actions, the machines of spirit and thought that twist them like damned puppets against the shadow screen of the ether. I'm a brand new thing. I'm a government-made LSD samurai. I am a mushroom Jedi. I know what step comes next. It's time to move on. This is the step where I'm supposed to lose it. Insanity's been throwing these fishhooks up my throat. It's been climbing out of the lights in my stomach. I tell the tech about the oscilloscope glow and the worms in the walls, about the clocks. I don't tell her about the sweating teeth and the oil slick black rainbow skin behind them. I'm laughing into the camera. I'm scrolling along this script that I know that they expect to see, but only because I know that if I don't, that they'll be even more afraid of me. I need to keep on point, display the expected side effects, keep the records keepers scribbling happily away at their notes. And then, of course, there is my man, the one who hates me, the system-sanctioned seller of syndrome and sickness who thought that he could throw me down the well, who snatched me off the street, took me from my home. My man is paralyzed with fear because he doesn't know what to do, but I know what to do. So the other handlers kind of like their partners. They tolerate them. They see them as pets or as weapons, but I'm just a mistake. I know what to do. And he doesn't like that I throw it in his face. But I can't help it. They're still filming. I'm in stage 5 crumbling. The fish hooks and laughter. It's playing the role I'm supposed to play. It's pretending that I can't see their intentions shining like ribbons of text all around them. He doesn't like how I know things, how I know people on the inside, how I know who his friends are, his mother, the stall that he masturbated in school in the 6th grade. I'm only supposed to know what he tells me. But I can't help it. The connections are so obvious between people and places and events. They're as glaring as conspiracy theory logic. We've done this. Come on, we've done this. We've done this. A human being is a simple pattern, right? A set of variables that shine so bright that you can see them moving across a room with your eyes closed. We've done this. We've done this. We've done this enough times now that we're not unique. Stage 6 is quiet. I tangle the mesh of their lives in my fingers, and I move them with flickers of my eyes. I sing to them. I say that they are as they are, that they are glorious. I burn the images of my fingers right into the camera's lens. I stopped all the clocks in the wall so that I could step between moments. I watched the tiny worm family put on their night clothes and go to bed. I watched the tiny worm men wriggle on the floor all around me. I watched the worm people crawl across the surface of a ball of mud and algae. I watched the little worm world disappear into the arm of starlight. I watched my tiny worm body become just me again. Just a man again. And I just walked out the door. I stepped over the quiet bodies splayed out in the halls, and I started walking home to my wife. We've done this. It's enough now. It's time to move on. Thank you.